Here we are, April 1st, 2020, April Fool's Day. And if you're in Canada, the joke's on us, isn't it? Because it was snowing outside, and boy, that sure makes this oppressive nature of self-isolation even worse when you look outside and it's gray and snowy and foreboding. For the rest of us, I guess the April Fools is earthquakes, tornadoes, locusts, famine, and the COVID. But if we're trapped inside our house, we always make the most of it and try to keep healthy and supple. So today's focus will be mostly back and legs. It's going to be going back between back and legs. I'm going to do a lot of functional exercises for survival in the apocalypse that might be coming. Probably not. So for this, we're going to need at least one can inside a bag, but more if you're stronger. Okay. You can use a bag of rice. That's not quite heavy enough for me. It's about 40 pounds a bag of rice, between 20 and 40 pounds depending on the size. I'm going to use my heavy bag, and that'll be for one shoulder squats. Again, a very functional exercise if you have to carry stuff, or if somebody's sick and you have to carry them out. I hope that doesn't happen to anybody. The water bottles, and if you have a bench, it will serve you very well today. Okay? If you don't have a bench, if you even have one of those steppers or like a chest that has a square top that you can put a mat on for padding, you could still probably do most of this stuff, but you at least need some kind of elevation for what we're doing today. A lot of posterior chain, okay, which is the back of your body. If you don't have any of that, you can do a bit of this from the ground, but it's going to be hard unless you have a lot of shoulder mobility. So we'll get to it. We're going to start with some stomach exercises, of course, first to warm up the core, warm up the connection between the two halves of our body, and then we'll get into it. So with the bag cans that you have, I'm just going to push this out of the way a little bit. And you can use dumbbells for this, any resistance you want. It should be a moderate weight, and I'm going to show you a few modifications for this. So these are Russian twists, all right? So we're moving from one side up to center, down to the other side, up to center. I'm thinking about gripping somebody by the collar maybe, and moving them back and forth. This should be the obliques, the center, and the respiratory system underneath our abdominal cavity actually should be working while we're doing this as well. So the easy method is leaving the heels against the ground for support. The hard method, we're going to pull the knees up, keep the chest nice and high. We're not rounded, chest is high, and the legs come out as we come to the side, back to center, out, and back in. We'll do it from the side so you can see what's happening, where the twist is happening in my body. Knees up, and we'll just start with 15 today. Okay? 15, up. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, keep the knees together, toes pointed, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up to center. Very nice. From there, we're going to go into what is an 8-point plank. So again, this is something that I learned from Eric Goodman, taking his foundation training course. I'd highly suggest you subscribe and check out his channel as well. It's got lots of great free information on it. So an 8-point plank means we're making contact with the ground with 8 points. Our hands, our elbows, our knees, and our toes, which are pulled back. I'm going to take my socks off so you can see my feet a little better in the video. Like so. They put their palms down. I like digging in with my fingertips. I feel I get more out of that. My elbows are slightly ahead of my shoulders and slightly wider, but they're not out here. They're still pretty close. And I'm going to start with the breath coming down my back to bring my hips just below my shoulder line, like so. Okay, so I'm pulling my head, my nose through my face, so my upper back and my neck are engaged here. And from here I'm going to take a deep breath, trying to expand my spine width and length.
And I'm going to pull my stomach up to my spine. Pull the neck up a little harder. 5 more times. Pull the stomach up. Squeeze the elbows towards the knees harder. Again. Pull the abs up. 3 more times. Should be quite a bit of work. 2. Last one as deep as you can. Exhale. And relax back down. From there, we're going to get into a push-up position, but today we're going to go spider push-ups. So my fingers pointed out to the side, my elbows are bent, they're not locked out, my joints are taking none of my weight, my whole muscle structure up here is what's doing the work, not my skeletal system. And we're not going to do mountain climbers to the outside today, we're going to bring them to the inside elbow. So when I'm doing that, I'm not just driving my knee to my elbow, I'm squeezing the inside of my thigh to bring my knee in first, and then I'm using my abs to squeeze up to my elbow and then back down. And we're going from spider position, so I suppose I'll do it that way. Okay, same thing, we're going to go really slow here, take our time with it, feel the whole range of motion and what's flexing, and we'll go through 10 of these. Slow, hold here, back out, slow, pull it in, flex. If you're at a more beginner level, just do as many of these as you can. Keep the hips high, keep the stomach tight, and take as many breaks as you need to make it through. Elbows are bent, not locked out, bent. This is 3 of 10. Back out. Take your time. The hips don't move back and forth. The hips stay square, they don't move back and forth. 5. Out. In, squeeze, hold. Out. 6. Out. 7. Sorry, that's still 6. 7. Breathe. Shoulders over the wrists, elbows bent. 2. 1. In. Out. Hold this position. Bend the elbows, come down to halfway. Fill the lungs up with air. Pull the stomach up. Hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. We're going to do another set of Russian twists. Knees up, hands high. 15, 14. Oh, this grocery bag smells terrible. We should wash this. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Okay. Put your cans away. Grab the bench that you're going to use for this, or whatever's elevating you. And you could use cans for this. I think using the cans in a bag would be hard because we're doing shoulder rotations from a supine position. So basically, I'm lining my collarbone up to the edge of whatever bench I have, but my legs are not loose. I'm pointing my toes, flexing them, my knees are slightly above the bench. Hamstrings, glutes are working, tying into the lower back. You're going to grab your cans or whatever resistance you have. I will use dumbbells for this because I have them. And we're going to rotate from the shoulders, and then we're going to bring it straight back and up. And when I'm doing this motion here, I'm trying to feel my shoulder blade here rotate down, and I'm squeezing through the lat and all the muscles in my upper back that move my shoulder blade. Okay? So it's a full back contraction down the side of our bodies. I'm going to do this with a set of 5s if we had them, but we don't. Okay. Set of 10s. This will be quite a challenge for me. You want to go light on this. I'm more concerned with range of motion and form than I am the amount of weight you're using. Okay. Point the toes, knees together, legs are flexed. Up to this position, straight up from the shoulders, and we'll rotate. 10, 9, 8, rotate from the shoulders. 7, 6, flex the legs harder. 5, don't look up, keep your neck neutral. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold here to the hips. 10, 9, 8, strong grip. 7, 6, 5, as high as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's about twice the weight I would normally use for that. Get through as many reps as you can. Again, we're in quarantine or lockdown, isolation, whatever you want to call it. We're just using whatever we have at our disposal. So let's say I didn't have any cans. I've got some bottles of juice here. I can use those. Anything. There's no excuses. We got stuff around the house with variable weight. You can find what works for you. Excellent. So from there, we're going to get our hamstrings and glutes to start to work. And I'll do this from the side so you can see it a little bit better. And again, we're trying to make that connection into the lower back. Okay? So, a little better for the frame. We'll start with this leg so you can see a little bit better. This one's bent. This one's locked out. Quads flex, toes pull back. Fingertips into the ground. And I'm squeezing my hamstring and glute to push my hips as high as I can and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 reps. 10, just the hips hinge, squeeze. 9, flex. 8, up. 7, pause at the top, no momentum. 6, up. 5, drive it up. 4, I think this is 4 rather. 3, 2, flex. Up and hold. 10, 9, push through the heel, make the leg long. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax, switch sides. Up and hold. Flex. Flex the glute. 10 reps. 10. Fingertips on the ground. 9. Squeeze the hamstring and glute. Don't use your back to push up. 7. 6. 5. Make it hard. 4. Flex hard. 3. Up. 2. Up. 1. Up and hold. 10. 9. 8. Stomach's tight. 6. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Back down. Bring it in a little bit closer. Squeeze the knees together. Pull the toes back. Drive the heels down into the bench to push the hips up. Hold. Flex here. Get the back involved. Pull the toes back harder. Squeeze the knees together as hard as you can here. Squeeze hard. Throughout the whole motion, keep the knees squeezing. 10. Up. 9. Drive the heels into the bench. 8. Up. 7. Squeeze. 6. Up. 5. Up. 4. Hamstrings. Up. 3. Up. 2. Up. Hold at the top. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze the knees in. Squeeze the glutes up. Hold. Last 10. 10. Squeeze the hamstrings. 9. Up. 8. Flex. 7. Flex. 6. Pull the toes back. Squeeze the knees together. 5. up, 4, up, 3, up, 2, up, and last one, up and hold, 5, squeeze the knees harder, 3, 2, and relax. Good, shake it out. Getting the bench back where I want it here. My foot fell off. Okay. We're going to get back into the back. We're going to do those same shoulder rotations. Again, I'm really trying to focus on the shoulder doing the rotation, not the wrist. The shoulder's fully rotating down and up. I can feel my shoulder blade rotating a bit. But this time, we're going to end in this position and bring our thumbs to our hips and back out. So those of you that have mobility issues in the shoulders, do the best you can, lighten the weight, even with no weight. This is going to be a bit of work, okay? Open the hands if you're not using weight. Collarbone up to the edge of the bench, flex the legs. Hamstrings and glutes should already be a bit tired from the previous exercise. Come all the way up. 10, 9, 7, control. Keep it here, palms up, thumbs come to the hips. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let him come down. Push the bench forward for me so I can stay in frame. And now hamstrings, lower back, and glutes again. So this time my hips are coming right off this bench. And I'm going to grab up here for stability. My knees lock out, my toes point. I'm flexing from my middle back down through my calves even. Down to here, my toes are touching the ground. Flex to bring them up for 10. As high as you can. Stop at the top. 9, go slow. No momentum. 8, 7, breathe. Point the toes harder, flex the calves. 5, contract. 4, lower back strong, stomach strong. 3, 2, up and hold. 10, 8, 6, 4, flex harder. 2, relax. Lower back down through the glutes and hamstrings. Should have felt a lot of that. Back to the collarbone, up on the bench. And this time, depending on how much height you have on your bench. So if you've got half this height because you're using steppers or something, you're going to start slightly with a bit of bend in the elbow, just so it's resting on the ground. I have a bit more because this is a high bench. So what I'm trying to do here is let my elbows open to the side, flex my legs, and I'm trying to open and close. I'm trying to feel my shoulder blades rotate this way. So I'm using my back. I'm not pulling with my arms like this. Everything comes up and back and then comes down. Okay, moderate weight. Here we go. We'll go for a set of 15 to begin with. Here we go. 15, control. Tear it apart. 14, I'm pretending like I'm grabbing two parts of a shirt and tearing it apart. 13, 12, flex the legs harder, point the toes harder. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, up and hold for 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Okay, grab a drink if you need it. You should already be sweating a little bit at least.
you show us how to do those if you don't have a bench?
If you don't have any elevation of any sort, that's a good question. You can go from your knees like so. My stone frame? Okay. And open out to the side here. What I don't want you to do though is throw up like this. We're not doing this. It's a controlled motion. Same thing, opening out to the side, trying to get the back to do the work. Be careful of your lower back if you're doing it from that position. It's best if you have a bench. If you guys have any requests, like if most of you have Bosu balls, we can do a workout that's just Bosu ball, benches, TheraBands, any of those things. Just put the request in the comments or send me an email, whatever you want. Okay, so we're going to get into our legs a little bit more. You can grab those same weights you're using for that back exercise. We don't want a lot of resistance here. We're just getting our legs warmed up. And try to find the gap in your ceiling that you can, if possible. And I'll come back to this one. Lock the elbows out. The legs are not too wide here. This isn't a huge range of motion. Move this over so we can see it a bit better. Okay. Just hip length with the legs. And we're going to sit down into this just as low as we can. And then push back up. So you're going to see my right heel come off the ground. It's because I am disabled in this ankle. But you should be able to keep your heels against the ground here. Push them straight up. We'll do a set of 12 here. Down, slow. Up. 11. Up. 10. 9. You should feel this in the upper back, rear delts, and quads. 8. 7. Small range of motion. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. 1. Good. Grab your bench again. Same weight here, a moderate weight, not too heavy. Palms down. And I'm going to literally push these back like so. And I'm trying to flex my back up into my rear delt to push this back. Common errors here are leaving the shoulders forward, pushing like so. What I'm trying to do here is pull everything back and up and come back down. So again, medium weight. Flex the legs, bring the chest up a little bit. Set of 15 here. 15. Flex your back. 14. All the way down to the pelvis. Flex your back. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. Don't look up. Keep your necks neutral. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Palms face each other. Another set of these for 15. 15. 14. Point the toes, flex the calves. 13. 12. 11. 10. Flex your back. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. No momentum. 1. Palms in. Another set back here. 15. 15. 14. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Put it down. Okay. Back should be pretty warmed up now. You should feel a bit of a pump happening, a bit of a burn. Grab another drink. We'll do another set of our elevated squats. Again, the more ankle mobility you have, the better you are. For these, I don't have so much. All right, we'll go front to the camera, like so. Feet slightly wider. Here we go. Push it up like you're pushing a gate up above you, a la Braveheart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Strong back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put them down. Okay. Now, if you don't have a bench, you can use a chair for this. Again, we've done these before. We're going to do rows. And again, you can do this with a bag of rice, a bag of cans. I'm going to use my water bottles because they're about 45 pounds and that's an okay weight. Should be a bit more, but this is as heavy a resistance as I have right here. Okay. Set of 15, 15, 14, 13. Use your back. 12. Flex the lat, widen it. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Again, this knee should be a little bit bent. I don't have enough mobility, so I have to bring it forward more than you should. 15, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Elbow comes above the back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Catch your breath again. Get ready. So we're going to go into over the shoulder squats. So the weight's going to be slightly different. We're going to do 2 sets of 10. Using your body with a little bit of weight that's askew on your body is good. Uses more of your stabilization on the way up. And it's very practical if you're carrying something. Okay. So I'm going to use my heavy bag. You can use a bag of rice. Slightly wider stance here, so it's a little more power, and your hips have somewhere to go. Okay, we'll just go for set 10. Nice and low. Drive up, look up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set of rows. Fifteen, 15, 14, 13, breathe. 12, power. 11, strong grip like it's real life. 10, 9, 8, back is flat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you should be getting a bit of cardio out of this as well. If you don't put too much time between your sets, this is a very effective way of high intensity interval training, if you want to call it that. Or as I would say, get a bit of intensity in your workout and you'll be fine. 15, here we go. 15, 14, 4 inch, up above the back, squeeze it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right. You won't have to move your benches and stuff as much as I do. I'm trying to remain in camera frame, so a little bit more thought has to go onto it. Okay. Get your weight, your resistance. Pop it on the other side. Slightly toed out. Hips have somewhere to go. Here we go. Set of 10. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay. So we're getting into side glutes and lower back now. Bench comes out again. We're back into the position here. Hips off the edge. This time we're going to point our toes and open wide, flexing the side glute and bringing it back. I don't want your feet to toe out this way. Try to lead with the heel, flexing the upper part of the glute into the lower back. Here we go. 15. Control. 14. Keep the heels high. 12. Breathe. 11. 10. 9. Side glute. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Out and hold. 10. 9. Flex the calves harder. Point the toes harder. Pull the heels up a little harder. Flex the glutes. 3. 2. Relax. Great. Okay. Let's grab our heavy bag again and do one more set each side. Wider stance, toes slightly out, hips have somewhere to go. The hips break before the knees. Think about sitting into it. Nice and low. Hold. 10 reps. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay. Onto the ground. Flat on the ground, knees together, squeezing together. Toes together, heels apart, toes pull back. Hands under the shoulders. Take a deep breath, bring the chest as high as you can, squeeze the knees hard. Hold. 9. 8, elbows high. 7, don't look up, keep the neck neutral. 5, squeeze the knees harder. 4, pull the toes back harder. 2, 10 reps down or up. 10, up. 9, up. 8, up. 7, pull the elbows to the ceiling. 6, Up, squeeze the knees harder. 5. Pull the toes back harder, squeeze the knees. 3, 2, up and hold, take a deep breath. Squeeze the knees as hard as you can, hold. 3, 2, relax down. Grab a drink. Now let's get a last set of these fireman squats on the other side. Again, it should be a weight you can control up to your shoulder at least. If you can't get it up there, it's probably too heavy. As I struggle. Here we go, 10 reps. 10. 9. As low as you can. We didn't do the hold. 3, 2, 1. Last 8. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Thank goodness that's over. Grab your bench again. We're going to go for slightly heavier weights now. I'm using my heaviest dumbbells, which are 35s, versus the 10s I was using for these. Use that for a relative relation to your own weight that you have access to. Underhand here. And I want you to think about these like bent over rows. But the bench is supporting this. Legs flexed, underhand grip. And I'm pulling this, my elbows up. My hands aren't here. They're closer to my hips. I'm really squeezing my back to pull the shoulders and elbows back here. Underhand grip, flex the legs. Take a deep breath, get strong. 12. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Put them down. Shouldn't have put them away, but grab one of your 10s, one of the weights that you were using for our opener on this bench. So when we're doing these, this is mostly lower lats, middle lats. We're going to get up into our rear delts, traps, and rhomboids, and the control we have here by pushing straight out and coming back in. Flex the legs again. Get strong with the breath. Elbows are close and tied in. And we'll go for 10 of these. 10, full extension. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Legs are flexed. 3. 2. Hold. 5. 4. 3. 2. Relax. Ooh. Catch your breath for a minute. Up to your feet. Okay. You can use the bench for a barometer if you want, but we are going to come down into a horse stance and hold. I'm not letting my knees come forward like this. I'm trying to keep my chest up. Sit down into it as low as I can and hold. Hands out. Grip with your feet. Nice and even. Just hold this position. Keep it strong. Stomach's tight. 10 reps. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Down and hold. Focus on the muscles doing the work. 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and hold. Hold. 8, 7, 6, focus. 5, strong body. 4, 3, 2, relax. Whew. Okay, that should have been burning. Last set for today. We're going to pull these back up and do another set of these extensions. You should be breathing heavy too at this point. Not too much rest between sets here. Get as much out of your time as you can. A little anaerobic as well as aerobic work. Get nice and tall. Strong with the breath. Whew. Set of 12. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. Flex the legs. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lighter weight, extensions. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Flex your upper back. 4. Neck is neutral. 3. Flex the legs. 2. Out and hold. 5. 4. 3. 2. Relax. Hey, it's my guard dogs. Keeping the house protected upstairs. Okay guys, that was a pretty good one today. Exhausting for me, talking throughout the whole thing. Hope you did well. If you don't succeed with all of them, you can always come back to these workouts as you get fitter. Hopefully you can take this time with the information I'm giving you and get in better shape, not worse shape as we're isolated. And wow, last night I really got into ice cream and taco chips. It was a bad night. And so we got to try not to do things like that. It's not just about getting in shape. I just felt like crap when I woke up. I had like a food hangover. But it got to me. I didn't do anything yesterday. I just sat in bed and got compromised by the situation. And though it felt okay at the time to lay in that comfort, the next day it was really... I can see how you get into that habit and how destructive that could be to your mind and your body. So even when you don't feel like it, if you get down here and you can just give me 10 minutes, because I guarantee you after you get into it for 10 minutes you'll finish the workout because you feel better. It's just getting motivated when you're at home to come down to your space and get that first beginning part of the workout going. But trust me, if you have the discipline to just get down there 4 or 5 times a week, make it happen, you'll do so much better throughout this, and you have a better chance of surviving if you do get into trouble with the old COVID. Before COVID! So have a great day, everybody, and I guess I'll see you in a day or two. Take care. Hope you enjoyed the workout.